I planted earlier today to a client was about her metabolism, right? About how she was thinking, her energy and her sleep and her mental clarity was coming about, because you probably hear and read a lot of magazines or maybe even other trainers or fitness professional talking about, exercise and get more energy or get more mental clarity or get more focus. And you should be wondering how in the hell that happens. How does losing weight gets me more energy and whatnot, right? Not so much stronger or whatnot, but where does the energy and the clarity comes, right? But what I want to take you back is dial it back to the level of metabolism, okay? And it's especially if you're over the age of 40, because you're kind of like coming into the middle of the ground of menopause, right? And then if you're over the age of 47, 46, 47, you're pretty much at the tail end. You're pretty much wrapping it up, depending on your medical history, right, with your moms and female side of the family. But at any rate, let's start with the basic one, right? So metabolism is pretty much the amount of energy and the process that's gonna take your body to sustain life, right? So when we're talking about increased metabolism, lower metabolism, thyroid, adrenals, and all that, we're talking about your case, your particular case, how up on the graph, on the spike it is, and where on the bell of the graph you're coming down to. Okay, so going back to my earlier coaching call with my client, it was about her energy and her clarity, right? Because one of the things that we've been working is on cutting back her soda, right? She wants to take less caffeine and yet still be sharp clear at the office, right? So things to look for, okay, when you're looking at if your metabolism is picking up, is your level of alertness, your level of calmness, right? And one way I was describing it to her is many of you heard of the circle of life, right? Where you come into this world naked and you leave this world with diapers, right? So that's the circle of life. At least that was the joke back in the rehab department. But back to this client about her metabolism, right? You got to look at probably 5-6 years back at your medical history and also your lifestyle history. If you've been like grinding the stone, if you've been burning the candle on both ends, raising kids, having 3 dogs, running a household, running a business, your metabolism is pretty much run down, right? So you're not up here, you're coming down. So your goal now, as you're getting older and wiser, is to pick it up, right? So you got to look up for the signs of more ease and calmness to pick it up. Now, it's been proven, many studies proven, that exercise does increase the nervous systems and the release of endorphins and all that. And that's how you get this energy, this amp, to get more things done. And that leads you to be more clear-minded, more focused on what you're doing. So that's where the advertising comes from, okay, on those studies. Now, the first thing that you need to do, like I mentioned just a bit ago, is to look at your medical and your lifestyle history, probably in the last 5 years. If you've been grinding it, you've just been kind of on the downslope, so you need to slowly pick it back up, okay? And exercise is one of those ways. But before exercise, before that, we go back to the wellness ladder, believe me or not, and I posted it maybe 2 or 3 posts below, the wellness ladder. You got to go back to that and see, where's my nutrition, where's my healthy nutrition, which is the one thing that we dove in, me and my client this morning. We dove into that small meals versus intermittent fasting. Okay, if you seem to have a body that actually have a very stable sugars, that you don't feel hungry, that you don't feel sleepy, that you don't feel like snacking, like nibbling on things constantly, if you don't, pretty much your sugar levels are okay. Your insulin is okay. You might want to double check, but they might be okay. But if you're finding yourself like, man, I need to eat something, I need to munch something, you're probably going to have problem with your insulin. So with that said, and for that reason alone, kind of like Shark Tank, if you didn't get that, you don't want to have small meals, because your insulin never is going to get tapered down, it's going to get break. Your pancreas is going to be just working like crazy, and of course your liver is not going to be at all, ready for that spike up again. So for that reason, if you tend to be a muncher, or nicely called an emotional eater, intermittent fasting might be the best way for you to kind of, again, pick up your metabolism so you can get more energy. If you get more energy, you can burn more calories. If you can burn more calories, you will lose those weights that you're looking to lose, right? So there's a few things. Now, keep in mind that the key in all this process, as you kind of look and see what you have done, see where you're at today if you're an emotional eater and whatnot, and then what you're wanting to do, intermittent fasting or small meals or whatnot, is consistency. Whatever you decide to do, whichever way you go, you got to be consistent. And then at least be consistent, like really good, really, really good, for 3 weeks, which is one reason why most of my programs, except for the 10-day challenge, most of my programs goes in 3-week cycle, because we're looking for a really good compliance and good score for 3 weeks. If you can score like in grade school a B plus or more, then you're good. We can move on to the next level, right? But just consistency is the key. Okay, so this is kind of might go along the topic that we touched yesterday about belly fat. So go back to that video, watch it, and see if you can make a connection with your personal situation between the belly fat in the midsection and kind of like feeling dragging, fatigue, no energy, and all that, and what we just talked about today. All right, and as always, comment, message me, whatever it is. But I'm excited to get back here on my page instead of on all the different groups. I've been kind of popping in and helping out and sharing some insights to different people. But comment below, and if it's better for you, if you feel more comfortable, DM me directly, and that'll be perfect. All right. In the meantime, have a phenomenal day. I'll try to jump in tomorrow a little bit earlier because it's Friday. All right. In the meantime, be well and sleep hard and well. Bye.